Malaysia na Christmas.
Oya my manu go Christmas.
My people we now. Ababa janta pola tapo. Ababa janta pola tapo. Wutinu gwa ba nwanne.
My manu go Christmas.
Emakwa moto nso we na Christmas.
Oya my manu go Christmas.
Ibe mo na abalo serious ana. Aba homa boss. Aba siyana. Mwa no nwe mo 911 no kan so we na ba. 911 no kan so we na ba. Ozo bomba talo no no irata go. E ma kwa ife di me gbe irata go. Ozo bomba talo no no. Baba mo we ti mo ewu inata go. Ano be inata ba go. Eje me ga na e ba fu ba Christmas. Ebe nka no na ji ihe nge mo nwa. Nwanne m ntọla atọ wee buru akpara isi wee nata. Wee buru akpara isi wee nata. Asị ya, nwa m ịnọtagonu. Ezigbo nwa ịnọtagonu. Nnọọ, ezigbo nwa ịnọtagonu. Maazị ide oji malụ na Krismas chenji na-enye nsogbu. Chenji ọfụma. Ọ bụrụ na ijiri ego wee nataba ụlọ, na bụrọda shọtụ eziokwu na bụrọda shọtụ go mana ọ bụrụ na iji ego wee nataba ụlọ, na bụrọda tọpụ eziokwu na bụrọda tọpụ ịnwazi anwa bụrụ moto n'aka n'udo ịmalụ na bụrọda nwere lebụlụ ịmalụ na bụrọda nwere lebụlụ ọ na-eweta akaba isi nke ụtụtụ abịakwalụ ya aka n'ụzọ kọi 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 abịakwalụ ya aka n'ụzọ kọi 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 brọda ị ga-asa mmiri ọkụ ọ bụ mmiri eyi ka ị ga-asa ọ bụ mmiri eyi ka ị ga-asa brọda ọ na-eweta akaba 8 nke ụtụtụ abịakwalụ ya aka ọzọ kọi 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 nwanne na ọ dịkwa egwu brọda ị ga-aṅụ tii ngwangwanụ ka ọ bụ akamụ ka ị ga-aṅụ brọda ma ọ bụ akamụ ka ị ga-aṅụ brọda ka mmasị ekwe dị n'iru erikwe n'ofe afọ ma ọ bịa anyị siri n'ụgbo ọkwaga mgbe last week ka o si n'ofe a ịma na ọkwakwe mgbe last week ka o si n'ofe a brọda ka mgba ga-ejekwa akọkwa ma ọ bụ isi eligo pọpọ na ọ na-eme ma ọ mịa ya brọda erikwe n'ofe a dị na friji ọka ofe ọgbọna m ka mma mmede ala ka ndị ote ga-esi ofe a na-atọzi oke ụka ọ bụrụ maka gịnị ọgwa maka na o ji ego ọgwa maka na eji ego ọgwa oji ego nwe mba ọkwa ịma na oji ego nwe mba brọda biko echefukwa na skul fees brọda ịmụ obere oge ije rie ṅụọ je tapịa ọ na-eje nwugbuo brọda biko ebe skul fees ndị boys na-ego iji bata agbada gị brọda ama m ịka mana ọ bụrụ onye na-ejiri ego ọ bụrụ onye na-ejiri ego ọ na-eweta aka by 5 nke ụtụtụ abịasuolu ya aka n'ụzọ abịasuolu ya aka n'ụzọ ewu jọnụ anụ ọbịa binye warụ m nkụwo onye iberibe binye warụ m nkụwo atụrụ awụsa binye warụ m nkụ n'ihi na Abuja nọ na Lagos ozu ị na-ebe afọ emerụ ụmụ nwaanyị aka nke ewu ị na-ebe afọ emerụ ụmụ nwaanyị aka nke onye iberibe binye warụ m nkụwo nke ibe ala binye warụ m nkụwo
being joined by Pastor Laddie Thompson, someone who is also passionate about the nation's security. He joins us virtually. It's good to see you, Mr. Mr. Thompson, rather. Give us an idea. You've been listening to the conversation, and thank you so much for your patience. You're looking good, though. Happy Democracy Day. Give us an understanding. Where do we go from here? You and I have had conversation about our national security, but we are looking for solutions. That's why we are here tonight. From your own point of view, where you are standing, what solutions do you see?
Thank you very much, Sheil. And of course, I must commend the work that has gone on. But you and I know we've had this conversation that spanned 20 years. And what we're talking about right now here, I must commend the CDS. Between the CDS and Governor Lawal, they've given quite a practical assessment of what is available locally. However, Nigeria is dealing with, as I mentioned 20 years ago, an opportunistic hydra. Some of the things you've discussed here tonight, some of them are primary threats. Some of them are existential threats to the country. Some are secondary. Some are tertiary. Now, if we want to know what to do, we must separate the primary threats from the secondary. So I will say to you there are 4 things that we mentioned 20 years ago. There are 4 things that we mentioned 20 years ago that have to be taken care of. And it's up to you to decide whether they have been taken care of. Number 1, we said the architecture of thought of the Nigerian government must be 20 steps ahead of that of the enemy. The primary enemy, the greatest existential threat we are facing, which is terrorism. And we know that when it comes to architecture of thought, the greatest problem of the Nigerian, and not just the Nigerian, the African world, is the mathematization of inquiry. Number 2, we talked about the military more than 20 years ago, and we said the days of Clausewitz is gone, Trinity of War. And I like the fact that the CDS spoke about asymmetrical warfare. He spoke about hybrid threats. Now, maybe he didn't mention media as a force expander. But I know that as of 18 years ago, we had mentioned that the military contribution to the solution of this problem is not more than about 36%. So it is good that it is now that the military has come out to explain to the public that this thing doesn't have a military solution as the sole solution alone. Then number 3, I think he was the one, somebody earlier on mentioned the ideology. Now, the ideology is something that has to be tackled that has not yet been tackled. Now, why are we saying this? Every single one of us here lives on 2 levels of life. There's the external that the law can control, and then there's the internal. Now, since this new form of war came into being, everybody knows that it is the ideas inside the hearts that have been weaponized. And when you mix a philosophy with a religious system and you mix it together, you have something explosive in hand. And you must come up with an ideology that will be national, that can checkmate that. Now, the 4th thing is the value system of the country. The greatest war going on all over the world right now is the war of narratives. Now, the value system is such that if an average citizen has nothing to lose, the value system is such that if in the engine room of the country, we still continue to allow ourselves to be ruled by partitions that were drawn up in 1914, then brother cannot be brother's keeper. And who is going to be ready to make sacrifices? I attended Ahmadu Bello University. I've moved and walked across Nigeria for God and country. It's a wonderful country, and I believe it will survive. But in closing, let me just say this. The most important factor that I think is missing in this conversation so far is what I call the glocal dimension. The fact that the threat that we're discussing here, the primary threat we're discussing here, as mentioned in snatches by the CDS, and somebody also who spoke about funding, we are facing a localized threat with a global dimension, global type of intelligence. whether you're talking funding or you're talking opportunistic. Now, you are dealing with something that is so intelligent that the architecture of thought within Nigeria cannot handle it alone. Now, listen to me. We have had former presidents who had sicknesses and diseases who would have died if they did not reach out beyond the local degree of knowledge in the area of medicine when it came to the problems that they had. So there's nothing strange about the fact that this also has a global dimension to it that we must take care of if we are serious. Now, let me say this. If you remember Kaplan's book, 1994, The Coming Anarchy.
Yeah.
If you ever looked at Henry Kissinger's World Order, published in 2014, and then mix it with Huntington's 1996 Clash of Civilizations, not to mention Francis Fukuyama, there is nothing surprising about what is going on in Nigeria today. Think tanks all over the world foresaw this. They've looked at it. Most nations of the world have readjusted. It's a war of narratives. They've readjusted to match this thing, and we are still waiting for Nigeria to realize that it is a global problem. Global, not local, but global. It's a localized space of a hydra. And part of the challenge we have right now, you heard Governor Lawal speaking diplomatically. The reason why Governor Lawal has to be diplomatic is because we are losing the war of narratives. If the war of narratives is right and the average Nigerian is ready to die for his country, then see a single.
Welcome back, welcome back. So I have to start by appreciating all of you on the comment. Those of you that have joined us, I tried to share the video before, opening my mic. But I think you yourself can as well help me share it to many platforms of your choice. Today we are here again. Honestly, I did not plan to stream now. I did not plan to stream today, but I have to because of the updates from the Homeland Media that will go to us and shared, and with other things that we are going to touch, which is what you are seeing on the screen. And so I want to start from that one, and I have to appreciate you. You are the first person that made comments. Our brother Benson, is that Benson? Yes, Benson. I see you. And another person is the Oliver Hillary. You're welcome. Greetings to you. Oyebuchi, I see you. Greetings to you. And we have Benson again. Let me just mention the name before I move forward, so I don't want to come back. Ekechi Michael, greetings to you. Doreen, our own sister, is here. Morning Man, I greet all of you. And we have Amadi Chigoze. Amadi Chigoze and Asatina. Our own Tina is here. Greetings to you. Wanamadi, you're welcome. Udo Deregewa Chineke Mazikai, she said. And we have Chika Bobby. Greetings to you, Chika. Like, he says. And greeting Great France. That's from Asatina. And your last message is she's the person that made comment. He said we move with the reckless abandon. We move with the reckless abandon. Greetings to you. I understand. DK, greeting. Good evening, Mazakai. They were to you. Ifeanyi, greetings to you. So these are people that made comments. We are going to move forward. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining me. There are some that still see us twisted a few days ago, which is what you are seeing on the screen. Now let me remove the comment so that it's not going to block anything. Let me just bring it down. Okay. Now, she said this thing. She said, breaking. Right? Is that, yeah, it is. Breaking. Nigerian President Tinubu attack United States of Biafra land. Massive opposition. Today, December 15, 2025, Nigerian government led by President Tinubu and the legitimized governors Charles Soludo, Hope Uzodinma, Peter Ba, Alex Oti. She always forgot the one of her president Wiforo. Is it Wiforo or Wifro? I don't know how to pronounce that. That one is always not everybody love to know his name. Anyway, he said with the Nigerian Army Police and the Bago recruits attacked the quiet community of the state of Odumegu in Biafran territory, watch Mbo and houses they set ablaze for no reason. Okay, for no reason. Just as attack on Jews happened yesterday, terrorist states of Nigeria unleashed the attack on innocent Christian Biafran neighborhood in the state of Odumegu. The state of Odumegu is one of the 40 states of the newly declared United States of Biafra (USB). The United States of Biafra Defense has reacted swiftly to protect our citizens from the terrorist state of Nigeria and will continue to protect our land from these foreign invaders. DPM, and that's Dr. Ngozi Abese. So let's just watch a few of these clips, then we move to the writer from one Mazi Ifeanyi or something like that. You know, I'm trying to. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me, because I want to position it well. The thing is too big to my like. I don't like it when it's very, very big like that. I don't like it like that. Just a moment. Let me adjust it a little bit. Please, if you are just coming, please do me a favor, like the video, click on the like button. Click on like button. I'm trying to adjust it a little bit because it's either too big or too tiny. Let me see if I can do something about it. You have to wait, okay? Just a moment. Now, let's move to another thing.
Nigerian government with one Malaysia.
Let's move to another one.
Today, day 15 of December. Dan, nature, my chibudo. Báwo nọ nke onye ebube agụkọ na-akpọ wee bịa a na-akpọ Dan ghọtago ụlọ nke ha nwaanyị ya ba n'ahụ na ya ba ụlọ nke fa iwu gokwa ọkụ ghọtago na ya pụọ bịa ya ba pụọ na ya ba ụlọ nke fa dịkwa ihe nó đọc nó không nào ra bộ nào
Yes, Asatina, my sister, thank you for your concern. Let me bring your comment. Let me bring your comment up. You said, Madam Origin, I greet you. I greet you. I can see on the comment now. You're welcome. I said, where is that your comment just now? Yeah. I understand. He said, Mazi, hope this video are okay to show here. To be honest with you, I'm taking the risk. I don't know. Last time, the one they told me that is not advisable is where they have catapult and gravel, like people carrying catapult or shooting. You understand? That one is, but I don't know about this one. Man, we are learning every day, so sometimes they will change the rules. Like by this time last year, you can show somebody that carry catapult. Or just 3 months ago, 3 months ago, thereabouts, I just made that new rule. So I don't know when it's up because they always change their rules. Community guideline they always change it. So I don't know. So again. So that is it. I imagine that they will know. I got an hour. I got an hour, my sister. So if I be phenomenal by you, my daughter, if I phenomenal by, and some people are telling you that no, Ibolani, you know, since I think it is. I think is it up to 2 months now? I can't remember when I talked about Ibolani last. And then man kept knocking we may even visit his issue this evening, but let's just do justice to the one that brought us here. All right. So this is what is going on in our land. This is what is going on in our land. Without wasting much of your time, my camera will be off for now because I'm here with my landlord and my landladies. So I have to. They don't want me to run the program alone. They don't want to give me space. So I have to take the video down, this one down, and let's go back to, just bear with me because I did not plan to run this empty screen like this, but I have visitors around me. I have to be careful with what I'm showing so that it's not gonna go out of context. Okay, so there's a post from so the person called Mazi, Ifeanyi, and you go to first and share that post, and we are going to touch light on that post now. Let me quickly drop this message from Masatina. Let me take it down while we go through this one. So this is the main reason why I decided to come live. This is the main issue, because I noticed that my own is I will focus on the person that made the write-up. So I'm not replying to go 247. I'm not replying, I'm not even attacking the person that made this post. But I want us to reason along to figure out what the sense in what he's saying, if he's right or wrong. And for us to remind us that it is good for you to say that something is not good. Things are not the way you want. It is your right. But if you want change, this is my own opinion though, I believe if you want change truly, You must start that change from you. Like you yourself talking, must start the change. When you talk about somebody who is not that we should just walk the walk and abandon church on social media, like most of them are now saying. Okay, the issue is that you that have realized that talking too much on social media is not good. You step out, you resign, or you are being sacked. You stay away. You are expected to walk the walk then, because you cannot. You that realize that you cannot just focus on questioning some people who have not realized what you claim that you know, like that thing that you say you know. Okay, you cannot even make an amendment. You have not started making changes. You are busy questioning people, asking them what are they doing, what are they doing, whereas you yourself that is talking have not started doing anything. Just like when you know the answer and you are waiting for people who don't know the answer to be the one to write the answer on their answer sheet, but you yourself that have the answer sheet, you know the answer, you refuse to write the answer. That thing that you want to know, that thing that you think you want other people to do, you should start doing that thing from your own angle, from your own corner. You are expected to start talking about it. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for people to start it for you. You have every right to start doing that thing so that others can now emulate. Anybody can do something. Anybody can react. Anybody can talk. If you want to, you can start it from your end. Don't wait for anybody, since that is what you want. But remember, sometimes smart people learn from what happened to other people. Smart people learn from what happened to other people. That is not act of cowardice. To me, it's bravery. Like, you know already what you should expect, and you decide to do something about it without waiting for anybody to be the one to do it for you, without waiting for anybody to be the one to push. You know that pushing is the answer. You think the forum where you find yourself, you say, no. I don't want to be here anymore. I want pushing. I want to join team that know how to push. Then you go out. What is expected of you is to start the pushing. What is expected of you is to show us the changes. Don't wait until people, don't wait to convince people, or you convince people to start doing that thing that you already know that is the right thing to do. Who are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? It is good to write and talk very nice. It's very good. I'm not against it. It is wonderful. Talk is cheap. After writing presidential speech and so what, who will now put it into action? You are waiting for another person, another being to come and do it for you. Don't you think you are lying to yourself? It is not nobody. How many of us bear the son name of Biafra? Is there anybody here that your son name is Biafra? It is for everybody, right? Even if you remove the word Biafra, all you want is freedom, not even the name. Someone like me want the name to come to reality. Why? Because of the people that have died believing that. Just to honor that. That's why I hate it when somebody said that Biafra is cursed. Biafra in the world, they don't know the name of this word, Biafra is Babamon. I hate it. Because what you are literally saying is that people that believe in that and abide that they are Mumu, and I don't think they are Mumu. You see the difference? And I don't believe that, violence is the ultimate. The truth is that you have to equip yourself with everything, with sound mind and what have you. You have to get ready if you actually want freedom. It doesn't matter whether you're taking it from Nigeria or not. After all, the Nigerian as a country is not even free. That is the problem of Nigeria, but people don't know this. Nigeria, not even government, Nigeria as an entity is not independent. It is only independent on paper. In practical terms, they are not independent. Okay, that's why from one white man to another white nation from a one. So that is laughable. Okay, so this guy, one of our brother here, who is no longer, with USB government, decided to talk. Like always, they always will have something to say. Date, Tuesday, 16th December 2025. At this critical hour in the Biafran journey, uncertainty hangs heavy in the air. Hope still burns, yes, but questions are louder than ever. Confusion walk freely, fear whisper, division knocks, and this struggle once felt united, once felt united, now appear fragmented at this point of uncertainty in Biafran sovereignty. Let me go back to let me read it from the page because this one is blocking my view. Okay. At this point of Biafran, in the Biafran sovereignty, one unavoidable question confronts us all: who will bail the cat? Who will bail the cat? History teaches us that every liberation movement reaches a moment when slogans are no longer enough, when motions alone cannot move mountains, and when courage must graduate into responsibility. This is that moment. The cat before us is the system of oppression, betrayal, fear, and internal sabotage that continue to suck our collective destiny. Everyone sees it. Everyone talk about it. But who will step forward to bail it, knowing fully well the risk involved? True leadership is not noise. It is not social media. It is not social media popularity. It is not personal gain masked as patriotism. True leadership is sacrifice. It is it is clarity in chaos. It is the willingness to stand firm when applause fades and danger draws near. At this stage, Biafran does not need more praise singers. Biafran needs truth tellers, not more divided camps, but a disciplined directions. Not louder voices, but wiser step. You know why I'm laughing is simply because most of all the things that he's trying to say here is something that he himself has felt, especially this word, disciplined. You see this word? That is genesis of the downfall of thousands of them. Not only him. How many of our people today are disciplined? How many? Oh, how dare you to talk to me like that? Do you know who I am? If not because of this movement, can you even talk to me? You don't have what it takes. That kind of thing. Disciplined. How many of us are actually disciplined? People want their voice to be heard by fire by force. I must be the one parodied that I am supposed to be there. How dare you to talk to me? Insubordination. Why must you be the one to talk to me, tell me like that? Why must you be the one? I have been here before you. After all, the Bagada, Imam, and the rest of them. Disciplined. And this is something that many of us don't realize. It is easy to criticize someone. It is easy to blame one another. It is easy to act as if you know it all, but when it comes to practical, what will you do? What have you done? The little space that you have, what did you do with it? What did you do with it? Because this person that is talking now, he happened to be one of those that worked with the USB government allegedly. I don't know him in person. And he talked about fear. He talked about courage. He talked about this. It is now time for you to do this. It is time for us to take the bull by its horn. It is time for us to. Yet you are hiding, your voice is fainty. yet your picture is invisible, yet nobody knows your identity. The people that manage to show their own identity, leading, you are busy criticizing, cajoking, creating fear, creating uncertainty, simply because you want to divert attention. You want the attention to focus on you, even though you first thing you do is to protect your own image, your identity. Can't all of them. I'm not, listen, I don't want him to understand, because I know he's gonna watch the video. I don't want him to see it. I don't want him to see this as if I'm attacking him, that I want him to come and show his face. I don't need you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that thing that you know that is supposed to be done, and you are not capable of doing it. Once you see somebody that trying to do that, please and please don't discourage. You cannot change. You cannot, like, it is insanity to change something that have not broken, like something that is not, that have not done, something that don't have any damage. You working hard to replace it. You are working hard to replace something that have not damaged. Makes your action suspicious, because you should focus on the things that matter, not this kind of thing. The moment you begin to deviate from what you're supposed to do, jumping from place to place because you want to talk, you want your name to be heard, you want people to sing your name, sing your praises, and then what have you, that makes you, saboteur. You will become a saboteur automatically, because if that thing did not go your way, you can do and undo. That is what I'm talking about. Now here he says, let's continue though. I just want us to understand everything that he says here. The people are tired of recycling the promises. They are weary of power struggles disguised as strategy. Okay. They are asking for sincerity, transparency, and roadmap that reflect the pain they endure daily. Obama should go back to roadmap again. We go back to roadmap. Roadmap is to declare Biafra. Roadmap is to follow the principle of the government, like every other country. That I will carry him and put it and they buy. What is wrong with that? Why must our own, why must we even push this kind of thing to this extent? You declare Biafra, and after declaration, you expected to do what? Take next step, like even PM predicted it. Don't expect miracle to happen overnight. It's a gradual process. Remember, once you declare your freedom, there are people who hold that freedom that you want to get. Somebody is not even held by his demon. You can point one or two people that even if it's somehow spiritually connected, but you can bet it, whether you like it or not, there are some elements in physical being that participating in hindering you from moving forward. Now, your freedom is not entirely spiritual matter. It is also physical, it's also physical. You can see some people, even the enablers, they are physical. They are not spiritual, even though some of them appear to be possessed. But you have to deal physical problem, like with the physical, and with the physical method. You approach it the way it's supposed to be. Then if you want to talk about spiritual, then that is a different thing altogether. But as long as you are asking about the roadmap. Roadmap is well explained. Declare Biafra, then this is what we follow. PM actually created all these departments, what's it called? Embassy, because no longer liaison office. Embassy everywhere and all that, because he knew that this day will come. And he made it clear. That's why when Elias was still with Biafrans, he said that PM are smart Niger. He said it, that PM are smarter, he have smarted Niger because he, through the self-referendum and all the headquarters and the embassy created and everything, that this is a very smart move, which is true. Then when people that hold you down dare to take action by arresting PM, what is expected of you is to continue from that template. Then the question is, after declaring Biafra, why is it that even in that hall where Biafra was declared, you saw some people frowning their face? Why? Because Biafra has been declared. Then you that rejoice and USB, then you now turn around allow somebody, individuals that was very, very angry in that moment to be now your leader. Don't you think that something is wrong with your brain? Let me repeat myself. You were jubilating and you are happy, even though you did not even fly, you are not even there in Finland. You did not travel. You saw everything like some of us do. Then the videos and pictures of some people jubilating, even including you in your own corner where you are residing, you were happy. Then another video, another picture surfaced where some people in that hall was frowning their face. They were very angry about what? About the same roadmap. That roadmap is your question, and people were very, very angry about it. Some were happy and later turned back to become angry. You don't ask questions, and you allow somebody that was very angry at that moment when Biafra was declared to be now your leader, leading you to where? Is it not to sadness? Because that person actually know what he wants. He knew what he wants, and from the moment Biafra was declared, he showed it. He don't hide it. You that rejoiced and was celebrating, what did you do? You now turn 360 to follow that road that somebody who was very angry that Biafra have declared their freedom. You now allow them to lead you, and you turn around and ask me roadmap. Where is the roadmap? You that turn around and start creating offices and nicknames that never exist in the roadmap. Like APM office, is it part of the PM roadmap? You may say, I am not even in the fallback and I'm just minding my business. I'm okay where I am now. I don't have any problem. Some of us are pretending like that. It's okay. But the question I have for you is, since you are where you are now, that place where you are, is it part of the roadmap for PM? The roadmap before PM was arrested. What you are doing now and where you are, the name you bear and the meeting that you are having now, is it part of the roadmap from PM? Are you trying to tell me that PM did not show roadmap as well? The reason why you're asking for roadmap because you have already moved away from the original roadmap and you are stranded in your corner where you are. Just like somebody who claimed that I know road. You abandon your driver. You say, driver, next bus stop, stop me. You don't even ask driver, this address I'm having now, where is he heading me to? Where is he going to lead me to? You willingly ask driver, stop me, next bus stop. I'm there. Now what happened in Lagos? You stopped. And what happened? You started moving around like a sheep without shepherd. In case you're not asking, but where's the roadmap? Because tell us what is that? Why did you even drop? When you say stop me, some of you even jump from window. You jump out. So when you jumped, what was your intention? Where do you think you were going? As a human being, you are. So most of this kind of write-up is a distraction. But why I'm bringing it is because I know some of us are still contemplating, nothing, wanting another. It is normal to have some element like that. But it is heartbroken to see somebody who claimed to be cabinet member to turn around and ask where's the roadmap. It is shocking. The little thing that's supposed to do, are you doing it? That basic things that okay, your own is to read all the flop of another individual. He's not doing it right. Why did he stand up when he's supposed to sit down? Each time he want to talk, he always off light. He always change his time and date. And now that you jump, because for you as an adult, before you decide to leave, you already know what you want to do. You already know what else you want to do. People like us are eager to see you and your achievements so far. Okay, maybe you have failed there as well. Why don't you also keep quiet and act like somebody who has failed? I don't know the problem from I don't know what's wrong with some of us, to be honest. I don't really get it. Anyway, let's continue. The uncertainty we face today is not because of the cause. Because it's not because of the cause is wrong. It is because unity, accountability, and courage have been diluted. Who diluted it? Your argument and your insubordination. You are not disciplined and you don't want to learn. So of course it will dilute it. When you know that you don't know how to write a programmer. If you like people who are into programming system, those who can program very, very well, you know nothing about programming, and you are asking question about some symbols in programming. And when they tell you to go back to the basic, you say, no, just tell me the meaning of this symbol. If they tell you, you still don't know. And once they tell you this one, you still come back to ask, that will tell me, explain it better. That is when you are actually dragging people back without providing any solution. The cat now means to speak honestly to our people. It means confronting internal failure with humility. It means choosing the collective destiny over personal ambition. It means restoring trust, rebuilding coordination, and aligning word with action. Aligning word with action, which is okay, but you yourself, my own is preach. How do they even say that? They said, preach what you practice, right? Is it practice what you preach? Yeah. Practice that thing you are preaching. Practice it. Put it into practical. You don't just talk because you want to, because of you have your mouth is moving. You know, you want to say something. You can you think that is the best thing to do. No. That thing that you are preaching, put into practical. You want people to do this and do that and say this and say that, come and do it and I'll say it, let's see. No, you don't want. You don't want because you know you cannot do it. And your job is to question everything and argue, which I don't know. For how long are you going to live like that? For how long are you going to live like that? You know, I removed the write-up mistakenly. I just click on it and the thing disappeared. Let me bring it back. Please, if you're just joining us, do me a favor, make sure you like the video. Like the video. What paragraph? Betray and intentional dismay. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. I've seen where I stopped. Let's go back. Please make sure you like the video, please. Or let's see if you are from back, like I put there. If you're one of the criminal there, you just indicate, just answer your attendance, okay, that you are one of the criminal from fallback. Very, very important. So like yesterday, we have 2% of fallback people watching. They just answer that, which is very good. I'm happy that you are here. And the DOS members, you are also welcome. Maybe one of these days I'll put it. To bell the cat now means to speak honey. Okay, I think I've gone through this one, right? Yeah. Biafran future cannot be postponed forever. Destiny does not wait for comfort. It will fail to act. If we fail to act decisively now, history will judge us harshly. Not for lacking a cause, but for lacking the courage to protect it. Okay, I should go back to courage. Even when I talked about your voice, you putting your voice out there and your picture is also part of the courage. Out of fear, you just label it, with the fear, I don't want people, I don't know. You want freedom, but you don't want people to hear your voice. Only our people can do that. Only our people. So again, the question echoes not in anger, but in urgency. At this point of uncertainty in Biafran sovereignty, who will bail the cat? Who will bail the cat? Okay, naturally get bail the cat, but you know how to bail the cat, don't you? That's why you keep on running away, choosing and selecting. The time to rise above fear is now. The time to rise above fear is now. Manada feel go. The time to lead with truth is now. Okay. The time to act like people ready for freedom is now. Okay. Like I said, put this your word into action. I expect you to do that. Mazi, Ifeanyi, head of Biafran Homeland Media. That is and upon the take you to court. Why? How dare you to use my logo? Okay, can come and see what leadership is all about. Even though they are not, some of them ran away, some of them were sacked, some of them were suspended. They will suspend them, and from there, have a power door. They are still use the logo and nothing. Nobody is threatening anybody because that's what government do. Unlike you, to tell you that you are running private business, you keep on, pretending that to be the leader of what I don't know. Imam Madabo that created you is nowhere to be found. Imam Madabo that created you, made you bring APM, is nowhere to be found. Imam Madabo is just, like I said in my video earlier today, is just a staff in Briggy. And Sona Brawa, a staff in government of Biafra government necessary in Briggy. Mazi Akwa, the same thing, all of you, and chief of staff is US, which is the chief of all the staff, your leader, and you jumped her, decided to create office of ATM and labeled that as a leader and sworn him in and do all what he did. Today, you are nowhere to be found. That is what happened when you choose to do what you are not supposed to do. So I want us to also go through what I saw. I think, where is this that now from Facebook? I have something to share here on Facebook. Let me get it done first before I bring it up. All right. I want to share something from this man called what is the name of this pastor? Reverend Jovica. Okay. There's something that he said which I want us to see. But before then, let me go to comments. I think I have a lot of comment on read. Let me see what comment is all about. Here we have some comments. Just a moment. Now, let me go through comment first. Let me go through comment before I move forward. Where did I even stop before? Let me start from Asatina. Okay, let me start from Asatina. Mazi, okay. Now, we have Rose, our sister River Goddess. I greet you. Mazi Kai, greeting. I don't land you. Yeah, highly welcome. Franco Conco, greeting from here. Greetings to you, my sister. Musa, greetings to you. My dear sister, Madam Origin, I greet you, sweetheart. Tina, I greet you, my beloved. Okay, ZK, I greet you. Benchika, greetings to you. Oliver Zog, good evening, everyone. Joshua is here, good evening. We are unshakable up USB. One love, my fellow good dear friends, and Ekechi said, "This is okay. This is his way. No, he's not the one that put the write up. It is but he's one that's sharing it anyway. He's the one that's sharing it." Chief, I greet you. Just leave, please. You guys should leave. Go 247, please. Let him keep on posting AI. Remember, that's why I'm surprised, to be honest. Like, you already know the truth too, but you still want to show yourself. You still want to show yourself. Armstrong, greetings to you. Gerard is here. That's DK. Okay. All these people who claim they are educated but are by normals, who claim to be educated but are by no means. Their future children will judge them. What am I the one that misreading this word? Please, what do you mean by that, please? I think I don't know the meaning of that word. He said, Namoma, greetings to you. Nemoma, sorry, Nemoma. I'm replying to the why you're greeting from here. I think that for River Goddess, not for me. My brother Kai. Okay, the comment is so many. I thought it's just a few comments here. USB, Casimir, and Mazi, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze and her cabinet members is doing very well. May God grant them strength to keep their head high, remain blessed. And it happened that this your comment, okay, it's not the last one. Madam Origin in the house. Madam River Goddess, I greet you. My sister, Ihoma Merege, Amegwerege. Thank you. So that is it for now. And I want to, let me just bring up this, just a moment.
I've worked in this field for 20 years. We've been in contact with the 4 boys in the army and worked across Nigeria for God and country. It's a wonderful country, and I believe it will survive. But in closing, let me just say this. The most important factor that I think is missing in this conversation so far is what I call the glocal dimension. The fact that the threat that we're discussing here, the primary threat we're discussing here, as mentioned in snatches by the CDS, and somebody also who spoke about funding, we are facing a localized threat with a global dimension, global type of intelligence. Whether you're talking funding or you're talking opportunistic, you are dealing with something that is so intelligent that the architecture of thought within Nigeria cannot handle it alone. Now, listen to me. We have had former presidents who had sicknesses and diseases who would have died if they did not reach out beyond the local degree of knowledge in the area of medicine when it came to the problems that they had. So there's nothing strange about the fact that this also has a global dimension to it that we must take care of if we are serious. Now, let me say this. If you remember Kaplan's book, 1994, The Coming Anarchy.
Yeah.
If you ever looked at Henry Kissinger's World Order, published in 2014, and then mix it with Huntington's 1996 Clash of Civilizations, not to mention Francis Fukuyama, there is nothing surprising about what is going on in Nigeria today. Think tanks all over the world foresaw this. They've looked at it. Most nations of the world have readjusted. It's a war of narratives. They've readjusted to match this thing.
Now, I want us to go through the video of this Efulefu, Jovika. Okay. Somebody called my attention, and I think I decided not to make a special video for that. Let me just bring it up here. The reason is because, like what we just read from one of our brother who decided to fall back or fall sideways, I don't know. But Jovika said that one bishop visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the bishop said that PM, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't know anything, does not support PM and all that. Let's go through it. Now listen.
About Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa has finally come out. According to Bishop Ike Ebuono, who visited Nnamdi Kanu at Sokoto prison, said that Nnamdi Kanu said that he has no business with who is in Finland. And who is in Finland? Simon Ekpa. He wrote him a letter telling him that he is not in support of his activities. I am very much aware of that letter, but when I told some people, to those who have been brainwashed by someone, they refuse to accept and hear the truth. Today, the truth is finally out. I'm going to be allowing you to watch this video, but before I watch this video, I know you have seen it already. There's one lady that called herself whatever name, the other Doramba, whatever. I have never seen a liar like that woman. For her name is Auja Ashi Anawarandoshi. Auja Ashi Anawaran the terrorist. Oh, I will play this video from onye autopilot Ibea. Ganagame cheat. Sina na emere AI tinye olu bishop. Child. Ndị followers ekwere edisivo ha eri ha mụkwụ but ụmụnna ga-anọ na AIT channel watch anụ this video unu ga-ahụ na the bishop kwuru ya n'ọnụ ya na ọ sị na ya dere akwụkwọ onye nọ Finland na ya adịghịkwa in support of ihe ọ na-eme mana enwere problem with this video unu na watch with mụ na watch ana m watch with extra curriculum I watch with extra curriculum. Can you extra curriculum? None they can't put a watch up with a seal. No one up with a prison. 2 minutes. They are mostly away cheaper, not a label. Madu to even then I'm actually journalists are here. Can you make a salmon? None they make John. Can't do a man and anywhere. Ihe Garano Uru Ubopon. I mental in your chat.
You see, honestly, Chineke na-eke n'ụdị ọ na-eke mmadụ o kechara ya mmadụ n'ụdị nke ya. Ọ bụrụ na this man gba na ife dị ka one breed like that, like cow, one species of cow, onye adọ bizita akụ ya ife bizita akụ ife na Igbo like na e preserve the origin of that kind of that particular breed of animal. Like the market use and throw away. Like Obana one of the bad cash crop we use now. In another knock back and nobody in a village. Walk around please, if I find a good enough on the village, you know what I feel like off on the go. Walk around about do walk ga-emetu aka ọ na-amaghị ogbu n'aka wee nke na-ada agbụgbụ na-adị very very gentle and smooth ya bụ otu ọ na-amịkarị n'oge ọkọchị n'oge ụganị ka ọ na-amị udu ọkwụrụ na-amị n'oge ụganị ọ na-amị na data mmiri ga-akụzu izosi then anọ na ụkọ ọkwụrụ somehow udu ka ị ga na-afụwa onye ma akọ ife ga-akpọta ife na-ekwu ọfụma na a na-preserve this udu well udu okra na preserve of my like people na like and on na mma. This man if not here on the band na drama na no na atọ asha no na ehi asha ada drama ko yamma. I will tell you one of my reason ada drama ka jovi kama if o jovi ka jovi kama bu that na ada drama na go Bible oda only for you na gospel. Ada drama na na pulpit. On if you go to market and you know them, if you need the much story, you matter level ya na ebo belong. Man, you get go get you keep. Yibu Bible, but na pulpit. You put na pulpit na ako. Thank you asatun o kwa dai book ibu hapo kwa ke ifogu maka ka docha ndị ọka ma na okay echem na maka ọkụrụ aka ikwu maka ya echem na maka ọkụrụ na-ekwu another thing. Okay, now this man na-ebu Bible ọ na-agụ Bible ọ na-ebu Bible ọ na-azị onye ụka right mana ife this man na-atụ na-achị. I will just tell you one thing now. Even if on a kilometer than you check your of money, no if you don't know cool anything where we can go. I'll have watched the video. Maybe you can explain. On the kuya, eba kon we grab all the thing. When I was na yawa jake my analysis, which put no na American should have said something. No, but I think it so na no if na ga yawa. are she liars? And on the to deceive people. Now, to him, Nnamdi Kanu is a problem, Samanapa is a problem, and whatever that happened in Igbo land, let it happen. And we're going to worry. They will present polo t-shirt. That's why they protest against ndị egburu, ndị ọnọgo ma ndị gburu, ndị nke gburu, no Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Because and justice for them. Good justice for them. I'm not saying there's no justice for them, but in Makomado na ndị Igbo justice. These people that died in Mazi Kano's house, their parents, their families, their brothers, their sisters also need justice. Because federal government did not announce that going to Mazi Kano's house is an offense. That's number one. It's not an offense to go to Mazi Kano's house. There's no law, no restriction whatsoever. And you buy them. So, have na win in and all that. Why on ya if Chineke Bebuka? Okay, Buka. Let's continue. As I think I'm there, I see you. There. So, they get if this man I call here. Just listen.
Someone publicly come on to the letter secretly. See how possible you on someone I joke. Simon and the Ganaga publicly. But something is on that. I end up in the Maga. I'm going to tell you there. I'm going to queer information and secret map. Get you a ban again. I'm going to queer. They never leave from that. It's the way that I zoomed out as a woman die. Come on, there's been a million questions. And actually, Joe and another woman, I feel that game, maybe not the Gano, not POP. There was okay, end. Now, this 2025, 2026. I'm moving to another level. I will not be longer talk about them again because I have achieved my end of making sure that
that he has achieved his end. Achieve if you are and then they will try very, very good, very, very fantastic. Like, then I cause problem. Jovike would go for in our water the nan. I'm not was that the Buna neighbor, like, was if any, but when you do video, listen, a guy for video player. Maybe I started to one match, some video dima eba e play here. Eba balon oko, Ifeanyi, na gravel, age with the Maya Bife. Emma go no, I can't go to a royal ball and everything. On the video. It's an Jovik Africa, but guess what? The officials, Melia, and they welcomed the idea. Official. A pastor, sorry, a reverend, Father Anglican.
Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's why if I said no idiot can try this for me, and I know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity. That's correct. They're making money with it. They don't know the kind of outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East, and even idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can. I'm not the can. Who is the idiot? Someone else. Robert, no, don't.
Rests as I thought. Was a way to confront that encouraging so I can remain stand strong and then also share one or two things from the gospel team. So I can also go together, which we did. So I think if you ask me, he was even advising and encouraging us, telling me to tell the Biafran youths, the Igbo youths to calm down. And then that they should take the law in their hands, that they should not make the right of mind, that they shouldn't go to start destroying things, that the cause of the law is taking effect. He believed that the judgment was full of injustice and it was angry God to certainly correct it. He showed me some irregularities in the studies in comparison to the
Please, someone should correct me if I'm wrong. This bishop that is talking now, when Mazi Makano is in DSS, has he visited Mazi Makano at all? Like, is he one of those that visits Mazi Makano or follow him to court? Or immediately they transfer him to Sokoto, he now realized that, okay, I think let's go and meet. Let me go and meet him. Because meeting him, his trip, I don't really understand why that's such trip. What is his intention? Is it to encourage him? That he did not encourage him for 5 years. All of a sudden, you are now in Sokoto. And like I said, I want to know why he decided to visit. Unless if he's one of those that always follow Mazi Makano to court before his so-called sentencing. But if not, that trip is suspicious to me.
But the things that happened while he was in DSS custody. So he was asking me, how could I have done these things in the custody of DSS? From him, I discovered that about 3 to 4 unknown journalists. One of them, according to him, is those imported from outside and stand by the east so they can attack him with it. Number 2 is what they call economic unknown government, those who are taking money for the situation, just leveraging on that to sack people. And the other one, the other guy in Finland, who he said he wrote a letter with his hand to him to let him know that he's not supporting what he's doing.
Now, if you listen to what the bishop said, the Mazi Makano told him that there's 24 people that are not from Biafra land that was imported to court to commit all those things. I'm going to take it back again. He mentioned them, one of the person, that these are people that they imported before saying the one in Finland. Okay? But guess what? So, Mazi Makano's wife and Jovika Center did the confession on the one in Finland, even though there's somebody they mentioned before the one in Finland.
One of them, according to him, is those imported from outside and stand by the east so they can attack him with it. Number 2 is what they call economic unknown government, those who are taking
Economic, okay, the one they called unknown government. Wait.
liabilities in the studies in comparison to the sentences. Some of the things he was sentenced for were the things that happened while he was in DSS custody. So he was asking me, how could I have done these things in the custody of DSS? From him, I discovered that about 3 to 4 unknown journalists. One of them, according to him, is those imported from outside and stand by the east so they can attack him with it. Number 2 is what they call economic unknown government, those who are taking money for the situation, just leverage.
Economic unknown government. And to these people now, Mazi Makano said that those they imported from outside. His wife don't bother to check who are those one imported. 2, their focus is on PM Samanepa, including Jovika. Listen.
Ekwenyere m na ịgwa ọchụgo David meenụ kalenda ka alụmnak ka ọwụ board of ndị Biafra exile ụna ọhụrụ na ndị Kano na that picture ọhụrụ na ndị Kano na that picture ihe ahụ evident to tell you that these people have their own plan, their own different Biafra dị iche na nke ndị ọzọ na fight. Ma problem nwere bụ ha mana ha wụ na wepụga Nnamdi Kanu n'ọnụ ha ga-use followers. So ha mụrụ ma ha na-akpọ Nnamdi Kanu ga-adịkwa ka the same Biafra ka a na-achọ. Biafra nke Simon dị iche na nke ndị ọzọ ga-adị iche. But Chineke abụọla ike ihere ga-emecha. Now, ihe ọzọ unu ga-aghọta, unu ga-ebido unu mgbe somebody but Simon ebe ahụ Nnamdi Kanu could not say anything. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? And when a secret that will make it that he will not say it. And that secret, I don't know where you know, but I can make it public.
Oh, what a secret of Noyaji. Okay, just HT believe over by now. The issue of this these pictures here, why Mazi Makano is not in the picture, is very simple. But in a propagandist is always a propagandist. Jovika, you said that Mazi Makano command that people use his name to catch followers and all that. Are you a member of Mazi Makano? Are you one of the Mazi Makano followers? The answer is no. You said that Biafra can fight in kitchen and doors on Afad. Can doors on apart from Mazi, apart from IBOB, who is in doors? Do you have your own Biafra? The answer is no. You see, you can twist everything you want to twist just to imagine what these people are doing. Now that they all that part of Nigeria are in chaos, like people are running helter-skelter, looking for protection. Imagine if everywhere you happen to be very calm without any security. Imagine what they would have done. Just imagine it. If this is what is going on in other places, in other region, does not even move these people, and they can do this and say this what they're saying now. Imagine what they would say, what they would have done if everywhere in Nigeria were to be peaceful. Imagine it. I want us to go back to, there's a post that he made that I want to share with us, which is this. Okay. Here he's talking about road block in eastern part. But all this before sentencing Muslim candidate, they don't bother about the roadblock. No, they don't want to talk about roadblock. He made this post 11th of December, 11th, just a few days ago. Today is 16th. Just a few days ago, he made this post. He said, Nigerian Defense Headquarters order immediate removal of non-essential roadblock nationwide. Let's see if Southeast region is included in this order. We know it is festive period, and that is when they send in all their security forces to move into Biafra land for Christmas exhaustion. Okay, he's not the one writing this, and he said, let's watch and see if they will comply. So he agreed that there are some illegal roadblock, and you don't bother about it all this while. Do you know how many people that disappeared from roadblock? Do you know how many? And if for example, now they want to remove all the roadblock nationwide, believe you me, it is just to create free access for Fulani terrorists to take away, even though whether they do or not, but just to prove to you that you're on your own. Like always, you're always on your own, though. Like always. So look at what he said here. On 8th of December, he made this post. He said, why is it that ever since this wicked soul was arrested and jailed, no father, nor mother, nor brother, nor sister, nor relative, no father, nor mother, no brother, nor sister, no relative has ever come out to ask for his or his conditional release. As for his unconditional release, except those brainwashed, gullible online followers like Ngozi, Van, and co. Where is Simon Ekpa's? Where is Simon Ekpa Bikono? I'm curious. So, this is Igbo man. Now goes already on altar, you know. Honestly, now goes already on altar. And he's not saying these things because he have better, you know, that he have better life. No, he's saying it because this is who he is. Very, very bad human being. Very, very bad human being. I'm laughing because this is what Igbo people are known for. We have this should I say right to produce any ofeke. Like our own ofeke is always spot on. Ofeke Ojo. Now, this man called Jovika cannot do without mentioning Biafra and Ojukwu and all that. No. Former Abia State Governor Senator representing Abia North, Ojos Okano, has shared detail of private conversation he had with late Biafran leader Dim Ojukwu Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu during the letter final day. Carlo, who spoke during an interview on Arise Television on Sunday, said Ojukwu made it clear to him that why the first Biafra accession was justified, any renewed attempt as secession was unnecessary. Carlo also dismissed criticism from certain quarters, suggesting he is less Igbo than others in Southeast because of his political ideology or national outlook. The lawmaker said, I am full-blooded Igbo. I was with Leto Chukwu in the late days of his life, and his wife, Miss Bianca, can testify that I was always coming to the general, and the general was coming to my village to stay some days or weekend. And then Ojukwu told me that the first struggle for Biafra was necessary, that the second one is no longer necessary. Even if these boys want Biafra, who are you going to rule when you kill all the Igbos? When do you stop all Igbo from doing? When you do stop all Igbo from doing business, even the man who fought the civil war, his wife is saying the same thing. I am saying, Minister Ojukwu, Mr. Bianca Ojukwu knows the thought of her husband, and nobody will believe in the destruction of the Igbo land. Enough is enough. Let us stop destroying ourselves. Let us stop destroying our properties. Let us stop destroying what we have. Look, there is no more commercial in the entire Igbo land. How are we going to live? Things are difficult. Things are very bad for people living there. I'm coming to that. So how are we going to live? These are the issue. Things are bad, things are difficult. Coming from people who are supposed to make things good and perfect. Former governor of Abia State for 8 years. He's telling you that things are bad. He's one scoring his performance as a governor. Joe Vika is here. You know, one thing about some these guys is that they actually believe that Ojukwu have the final say about your freedom. No, all of us love him, but the thing is that the idea of thinking that Ojukwu, if at all he says something like that, the idea of believing that Ojukwu is the one to dictate whether you are going to be free or not is not true. It's a lie from pit of hell. Ojukwu may tell you that there's no need to continue, it's unnecessary because he already weighed the kind of people that come from our place. Igbo people. You can't predict them, right? Some of us, not all, especially those of them that want to be in politics. But one thing you need to understand is that there are some elements in our midst that still have conscience. They still think like human beings. Are you going to write them off because Ojukwu said? And the worst is even giving an example like Ojukwu's wife Bianca. Ojukwu, Bianca is not her biological father. Do you understand? So if you want to talk about Bianca, let's talk about her father. So go and check Ono Wangbo. Check his own belief in one Nigerian Biafra. I'm not gonna analyze that. Just ask other people. What is Ono Wangbo known for? Go and check, not me. I have our mommy who messaged me few days ago. Maybe she's gonna watch the video, and she's a very, very close. She's a relative to Ono Wango. She's not telling me anything about Ono, but I'm just saying because I'm not telling you what, like I'm hiding. I just give you assignment. If you don't mind, go and check. So what do you expect from Bianca if his father is like that? What do you expect actually? So Ojo Sokano spend his time to deceive Namorikano. To this end, Namorikano said that stop coming to me. I don't mind dealing with you one-on-one if you come again. That's it. He was doing all he can to brainwash Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but he couldn't because he's not up to. Before even the coming of Ifeanyi, the first person that tries hard is George Okan. He's the first person that tried hard to deceive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's a picture of him crossing leg in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house in Faruku. Some of you have seen the picture. Where both of them sat down and were talking very closely, right? You think he was there to do what? To add his to support, because these are the people who believe that they cannot let go what they are benefiting in the unity of Nigeria. And it's not as if they're doing it and giving other people their dues. No. They just focus on what they can make and suck away from other people. That is the bad side of it. So I'm not surprised to see this kind of thing. But Jovika calling PM names. Let me go back to that one. Let's go back to that part. That was where he called PM names. That nobody is talking about him again because they are always eager to know your siblings, your relative, and everything. They want to know. Do you understand? They want to know. They want to know what is going on. PM and you, who is supposed to protect each other. You say that you're reverend, you have children, you have a wife. Then you read the Bible. Some of you use Elijah, Elisha. You use those names as to give reference in the Bible. When you are talking God of Elijah, God of Elisha, you talk about Samson. You talk about even Gideon. You talk about all these people that fought war, people that even Moses liberating the Israelites from Egypt. You talk about Joseph. After they sold him, he managed to save his tribe. When the famine days come and people begin to move from place to place in search of food, and it happened that he was able to recognize his siblings that sold him. He forgave them, welcomed them back. They now move, to the country where they sold him to, which I think that is Egypt as well. Now, all these stories, the journey of these people. That from time to time in the Bible, you always have a liberator. From time to time, you have a liberator. And each time they're trying to liberate, some people will be the one fighting against, by directly or indirectly, trying all they can to destroy. When they gave birth to Jesus, I'm not a pastor, please. I don't want, it's not as if I'm preaching Bible, but what I'm trying to say is that this man have access to the Bible that contain a lot of agitators, liberators, freedom fighters in their own time. And each time you climb your pulpit preaching, you actually advocating for you are validating what they did. Then in return, you turn back and begin to call for the head of other people. If this security in our land truly is tied to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then what I'm saying is valid. But me and you know that all this thing is just cooked up. And you know that even now that PM is not here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which you are celebrating, and you said that you have done your job, that you have done your job, you're not going to talk about it again. That's why I said that you are very, very, brainless. You have no brain. And somebody that knows you should tell you that nobody is calling for war. Nobody is happy that anybody is being fired. As a preacher of the gospel, you say you are, which I doubt. Somebody actually sent me a video of this man prophesying. I don't know what happened to me that I wasn't able to save that video. For you to know everything about Africa is like this guy is a pure criminal. I'm telling you gospel truth. When you talk about fake pastors, some of us always look elsewhere. Internally, you have a lot of them. This guy was trying to prophesy. He called people's name. He called the name and sent a message, and said that, are you there? I can see. The day I watched that video, I don't know what happened to me. I was not able to save that video. But if I see it again, I will share it with you. He was actually prophesying, and he called them and he said the person just comment. Nobody comments because he just faked that in. He just mentioned random them, thinking that somehow miraculously, and he was streaming live doing that nonsense. Then the nobody commented, no comment whatsoever. He said, "You see, this is how you guys miss your opportunity. When God, when you will be praying for God to answer you. When God will bring that your answer to you, you are not there to receive it." I was like, wow. So God don't even know that if his own God don't know that the person that they want to message is not there. So this is the kind of person that is talking about. He's in America. He will never prophesy to any American, because if you do, there's consequences. Because you can't give fake prophecy to a white man. They will share it with your parishioners, or maybe your other priests. If I thought, because Anglican, I don't know how Anglican operate. But Catholic, if you do that, you bring falsehood like that, it may lead you to a very serious mess. It's a very big problem. This man was dishing out falsehood, for false prophecy. Jude, I think he said Jude, are you there? And nobody replied. He said that this is how you guys miss your blessing. You miss your blessing. Ashocha. My brother, where have you been? It has been a while. Where have you been? Where have you been? Margaret is here. Margaret, can you could say Ozojikano, who is destroying the Igbo business in Lagos State. No, he want to talk to you. No, don't talk about that one. That one is state operation. Like, that's the state. State is the one doing that. Oh, state they made that one. You don't need to talk about it. So I just said, let me come out and reply this guy. I'm not gonna waste much of your time. If you want to comment on that, let me send the link. But this time now, okay. So have a few minutes. I can't wait to bring to look for that video again. But I will ask the source. Let me see if the person still have the picture, that video. Jovica prophesying. Kiefo no Belima. The guy, this man is Botoyoshi. Original one. And he want to see my camera picture. He want to see my camera picture, so that you cannot use that and hold him. Imagine what you guys are labeling to him now, calling him to come and answer anything, when it was made clear that he's not even part of it. Okay, from that John, madam. You're welcome, Madam Origin. You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Kai. Ndewo.
Ma.
Ihe ọma mere gị, ihe ọma mere ụmụ Biafra.
Mekwara gị too, mekwara gị.
It's well, ihe ọma mere well-meaning Biafrans.
Amen.
Because these days I'm being very, you know how I tell everybody, pay attention to what you say.
Yes,
and I cannot generalize, because Cindy Pascoma.
All the too much.
Okay, now, for example, please, Biafra, judge this. So today is going to be interactive. Judge for yourself. When you get a Pascom man, then he begins to, you say, like this Jovica now begin to prophesy. And before you know it, now somebody say, because you say, bless everybody. I beg you, I take it back.
Nah, I support
Mere, all well-meaning Biafrans.
He said.
So so much you talked about today, and who wrote that the what you were reading out?
Mazi Ifeanyi said that he's a Homeland Media, whatever.
Okay, the Mazi is a Homeland Media, or not the Ugo man.
No, not Ugo.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, somebody, if it was him, somebody would have written it, because I didn't see that level of wisdom in him. So I say I must ask you. In fact, that was even why I said, may I know, just can't get confused. Who that should be 247, that kind of articulate writing? Well, that's just by the way. You see, another thing I want to let us know is that on this our journey, it's very unfortunate that these miserable people are very loud. Why wouldn't they be loud? They grabbed it, snatched it. When you come to resources, criminals will always be criminals. But what happened in Nigeria and Biafra land is that the good people are keeping quiet. That is why I come here every day, put my mouth in the matter. That please, if you are well-meaning, don't leave this in the hands of the criminals. That is why we will never look like where we are running away from. You see that miserable man, not Jews or Carl, very miserable, useless elder. Someone was the other day asking, Igbo people or whatever, that we don't respect our elders. Elders like all Jews or Carl. That is how this, because is there a Yoruba person also talking about it? You dobale for a criminal. See them worshiping criminals. That is why Nigeria will never be, is gone, because the youths are worshiping criminals. Is that not what is causing all this problem? And it's so like, it's like, I can't even, the other day I was shouting, please, youths of Biafra, youths of that British concoction, wake up. Do not listen to your elders anymore. Do not believe them. Believe them at your own detriment. Look at, put the picture of that Jews or Carlo. See your elders like who Jews or Carlo. AKA Tinubu. All the governors go, when you bring a list of governors, all of them have either criminal intent or they were number one Ogbologbo criminal. So why would anybody think that, you see, why he will rather die, this one Jews Okalo will die than see Biafra come, is because in Biafra land, the one we are building, people like him will be in jail.
He will not survive such environment.
He will not even, in short, he will not survive it. In fact, when our portals, God, please, I beg you, let President Donald Trump help us, or all well-meaning human beings on planet help us, remove us from the contraption. I recognize Biafra, so that Ojus Okalu can die. He will faint and die. That man will pass out, because the only thing sustaining him is criminality.
Yeah.
And they are there. Look what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say. See, that's I thought I was going to be, let me try and tone it down and speak, because I hate to be angry. The pastor, because in fact, I think it's because I mentioned his name first. That's why I got, because that man, he has pascom. That's why wherever he goes, he exposes his pascomness. In the pulpits, people will be thinking that a human being is talking.
They have pastor.
Please make sure you find that that prophecy that where he was prophesying.
Yeah, I will look for it.
That's the only thing we need to be playing for him, so that people will know that once they have pass come, it does not matter where they are. If they are on the pulpit, they will be boo-booing gas, polluting the air, polluting church members. People like him with pass come, take them to any level of governance. They'll be boo-booing us there, stealing money, constituting users. People are dying, they don't care. Can you imagine Ojuzokalo saying that and the kind of people buying themselves? Ojuzokalo, where were you during Aba massacre, Nkpo massacre, Obigbo massacre, Head Bridge massacre? And there's one that happened in this thing. Where were you? Who were the orchestrators of those massacres? Who were the people that carry whatever aimed at the youth? Who are the people? Were you in governance? What did you say? You people like you will justify those things and say the children deserve to die, while you criminals deserve to live. Is that not what all this is all about? Is that not what the contraption you are fighting so hard to keep? Is that not what it is all about? Is it not? Why are you people not talking about the massacre going on in Benue? Why are you people not coming and sitting up to say December 2023? You people call them bandits. You people call them marauders. You call them invaders. Ojuzokalo, you are alive. You're still breathing. 2020. Let me use that particular one because that one was the one that sometimes it keeps me awake. December 2023, there was intel that there was going to be massacre Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. The elders, the leaders, the governors, the presidents, the judiciary, elders were pastors, GOs were alive. And this was announced. Nobody did anything. There were 33 distress calls, calling on the army, calling on the president, calling on Ojuzokalo, calling on the elders that are supposed to protect them. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, there was massacre. Now, after the massacre, the leaders like Ojuzokalo went and collected the rest of the sticks. No, before that happened, they went to the villages, collected all the sticks and all the, whatever they see that is sharp in the village, they removed it. And on the 26th, Ojuzokalo and co went to see the president to celebrate. You see, anybody that listens to the likes of this Ojuzokalo saying that Biafra is a thing of the past is a genocider.
I'm telling you.
Because they want to eliminate and clean up those that are human beings. So that
I don't know how much you want to make from it. How much are they going to pay him for all this nonsense? Or is he doing it for free?
It's because so long as this evil entity is on, Ojuzokalo will continue to eat. Ojuzokalo does not care how many Obigbo massacre happens. Ojuzokalo does not care. All he wants is his belly. All he wants is maybe they make him the next Senate president in a contraption that are serially destroying the lives of people. Joseph Carlo, they are saying again that the marauders, the invaders are coming. What are you and your principal preparing to protect the people? So as we are speaking, the one that said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a question, he couldn't mention Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's name. But right there and then, he had when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that the people that are destroying Igbo land, it included the governors, that the governors are accomplices. He didn't hear that one.
No, the best thing is Mazi Simon Ekpa. That's the easiest one.
No, why he is trying to do that? He is trying to see. Let me tell you what is going on. What is going on is that you know how they go, they start cooking, they look for their group, which he and his is that which one is senior between Iken Gurago and him? I don't know who is senior. You know that gang, the Udele gangs them. So senior, they are positioning them.
This guy don't have brain now. Ikenga is one piloting, leading them.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that they are trying to separate. They are trying to revive. Yeah, that's the right word. They are looking for if they can revive. You know, the IPOB, the one the government is using to railroad the struggle. That particular DOS IPOB. The government is trying to resurrect them, to sponsor them. You see how they have started constituting nuisance. The same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in dungeon, like, I didn't do anything, I need to get out, I need to get out. They did not do Shengbain. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have put whatever sentence, they are trying to use them to say that there is, we are still alive. That DOS IPOB does not exist. They are using that group now, and this Udele group, and Ojus of Carlo, them group, you know, they are groups. The group of the politicians that they are paid, or they want to do everything to stop Biafra. They are using them to say, the Mazi Simon Ekpa, it is different, trying to separate, because they have seen that from every indication, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did the groundwork. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa pushed us to the referendum. Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze redeclared Biafra. And here we are, building it. So what they are trying to do is to see how they can confuse well-meaning Biafrans to say, and to see how they can distract Biafrans to say, IPOB making noise. Which one is it now? Which one are we following? We are following our country, nation is already built. We have our government. So let them go and on your language come. The only thing we owe them is or you go and take your drugs.
Exactly.
Finish.
Exactly.
Yeah, today is just one of those days. There's nobody else to talk. Where are our people? Please talk.
No, don't worry. We are actually winding down. Winding down now. Since it's not a must that they will talk now.
I know. I just came to highlight on that man doesn't. Only thing that we need to do is to get that he said. The only thing that he can be relevant is that where he's prophesying.
No, I will try my best. I will try my best. In fact, after this video, now I will commence the search.
And one more thing, sorry, there is another short video. I can't remember that guy's name. I think he was talking about what the problem of the contraption, the British cocktail. The guy that said it is a global problem.
Okay.
The insurgency, the insecurity.
And it is a global problem, global, not local, but global.
Right?
Yes. What is his name? I think I have listened to him a couple of times, and
his name
I want
is.
to.
Let me. I forgot.
Is
it Larry or Larry? Something like that.
Virtually. It's good to see you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Thompson, rather. Give us an idea.
Okay. Don't worry. I just want to say something, highlight something on what he said. You see, to be honest, dear friends, I'm begging everybody. Our problem, the problem of the contraption, the British cocktail, is because that cocktail was a wrong cocktail. The recipes that are used to put that cocktail together was poisonous. And we, the Igbos, Ndibo, are on the receiving end. When you watch carefully, a typical maybe Yoruba person begin to talk about the problem of Nigeria, you hear them talk about it in the area of, we need to strengthen Nigeria, we need to make it stronger. Then you go to the northern part, they are divided. The middle beltons want protection. When you listen to them, you won't hear them talk about going away. They want to be protected by who? Because as we speak, what is after them wants to wipe them out. Now you talk about the other part of the north. They want what they want. Can you hear me?
Very, very clear. We can hear you.
Okay. So they want what they want. But for us, Biafrans, Indigo, we want to be out. And that is what will save us. That is what will save us. So when you hear them, because they have the larger part of the media and the other one has power, it looks like we are suffocated. When we talk about and the only thing that will save this cocktail is dismantle it.
Exactly.
Because there is nothing to protect anybody, because the people that are at the helm of affairs are criminals. And there is no way a criminal can protect well-meaning people. So when I hear them talk, he talks so well, but his solution is life-threatening on its own. Because don't talk about anything that is going to keep this entity. Let me rest it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Origin. God bless you for joining me. I really appreciate your contribution. God bless you. Thank you so much. So, my people, we are going to wind it down now. And I have to appreciate all of you that joined me, those of you on the comment section, those that liked and shared. God bless you. And please take care of yourself. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you so much, and see you again. Bye-bye for now.
Bomba talo no makwa ife dị gị mee egwu ịghọtago ozugbo m batalụ n'ụlọ papa m wee zi m ewu ịnatago anụ ofe ịnatabago eje m gaa n'ebe ahụ gba Krismas ebe m ga nọ na-eji ihe m ga-eme onwe m nwanne m tọrọ atọ wee buru akpara isi wee nata asị ya nwa m ịnatagonu ezigbo nwa ịnatagonu ezigbo nwa ịnatagonu maka ide oji malụ na Krismas chenji na-enye nsogbu enji ọfụma ọ bụrụ na ijiri ego wee nataba ụlọ na bụrọda shọtụ eziokwu na bụrọda shọtụ go mana ọ bụrụ na iji ego wee nataba ụlọ na bụrọda tọpụ eziokwu na bụrọda tọpụ ịnwazi anwa bụrụ moto n'aka n'udo ịmalụ na bụrọda nwere levụlụ ịmalụ na bụrọda nwere levụlụ ọ na-eweta akaba isi nke ụtụtụ ngwangwanụ abịakwalụ ya aka n'ụzọ kọi 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 abịakwalụ ya aka n'ụzọ kọi 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 Krismas chenji brọda ị ga-asa mmiri ọkụ ọ bụ mmiri ehi ka ị ga-asa ọ bụ mmiri ehi ka ị ga-asa brọda ọ na-eweta akaba 8 nke ụtụtụ abịakwalụ ya aka ọzọ kọi 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 nwanne na ọ dịkwa egwu gbanugo Krismas chenji brọda ị ga-aṅụ tii ngwangwanụ ka ọ bụ akamụ ka ị ga-aṅụ brọda ma ọ bụ akamụ ka ị ga-aṅụ brọda ka mmasị ekwe dị n'iru erikwe n'ofe afọ ma ọ bịa anyị siri n'ụlọ ọkwago mgbe last week ka o si n'ofe a ịma na ọkwago mgbe last week ka o si n'ofe a brọda ka mgba ga-eziokwu akọkọ ma ọ bụ isi eluigwe ọkpọkọ na ọ na-eme ma ọ bịa anya brọda erikwe n'ofe a dị na friji ọka ofe ọgbọna m ka ma mmede ala ka ndị ote ga-esi ofe a na-atọzi oke ụka ọ bụrụ maka gịnị ọgwa maka na o ji ego ọgwa maka na eji ego ọgwa oji ego nwe mba ọkwa ịma na oji ego nwe mba brọda biko echefukwa na skul fees brọda ịma obere oge ijerie ṅụọ je tapịa ọ na-eje nwugbo brọda biko ebe skul fees ndị boys na-ego iji bata agbara gị brọda ama m ịka mana ọ bụrụ onye na-ejiri ego ọ bụrụ onye na-ejiri ego ọ na-eweta aka by 5 nke ụtụtụ abịasụolu ya aka n'ụzọ abịasụolu ya aka n'ụzọ ewu John anụ ọbịa binye walụ m nkụwo onye iberibe binye walụ m nkụwo atụrụ awụsa binye walụ m nkụ n'ihi na Abuja nọ na Lagos ozu ị na-ebe afọ emere ụmụ nwaanyị aka mpụ ewu ị na-ebe afọ emere ụmụ nwaanyị aka mpụ onye iberibe binye walụ m nkụwo ndị ibe ala binye walụ m.
In 1967, the Nigerian Civil War was barely 3 months old, right? Nigerian soldiers advanced into Asaba, and the people of Asaba came out en masse to welcome them. They all wore white, carried green leaves, shouting, "One Nigeria, one Nigeria." But you see, days prior, the Biafran army led by Joseph Achuzia had blown up the Onisha Bridge, which meant the Nigerian soldiers not go fit easily advance into Onisha. This pissed off the soldiers in Asaba, and without authorization from the federal government in Lagos, they separated the men and the boys from the women. These people who are dressed up in white to receive them and welcome them, shouting "One Nigeria," and they slaughtered all of them. One of the people killed in that exercise was the late Sidney Asiodu, who had represented Nigeria in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Alas, Sidney could not run for his life. He died there. This battalion of soldiers were led by Colonel Moritala Mohammed. On October 8th of 1967, the few men who had not gone for that parade were rounded up. They dug mass graves and put all these bodies that had been executed the previous day, about 700 of them, and they made these young men to start to cover the graves with sand. One of the men in his account says as he was covering, he saw his brother, and the brother said, "Are you going to bury me alive?" and begged, because the brother was still conscious. But the soldiers were standing by, barrels cocked, and said, "Listen, go ahead or you die." With tears in his eyes, he proceeded and buried his brother alive with the other dead bodies there. This is a sad history in Nigeria, but don't take my word for it. These are not my stories. You can go and check University of South Florida Digital Library, the Asaba Memorial Project. Type it, or you travel, go there, you see for yourself, or you can read Blood on the Niger by Ima Okocha. Everything I said is there. It's 58 years ago this happened today.